Namaste and Lekech, my family, and welcome to another morning coffee with Rion, where our job is to inspire. All right. So I just recently got back from an amazing adventure for my brother's wedding. It was awesome. I was in Los Angeles and visited Vegas on the way there. And as I normally do, if you guys are familiar with my YouTube channel at Unite the Collective, I usually like to talk about some of the things I experienced before. Ooh, the wind is blowing. Changes are at hand. Right? I like to talk about some of the things I experienced in the last week I've been gone. And I usually do that and I make a video for you guys before I go to the airport, vortex, and clear. So I think I should do that for you now. So since we're living in a holographic matrix, since everything is consciousness, since everything is energy, I was asked many questions by some of my homies in Los Angeles that are also going through their awakenings, and a lot of very grounded answers to assist them. Sometimes us spiritual leaders out there, and some of us who are doing our homework day in, day out, and all those healers out there, we're asked many questions. And what I can say is, living in Sedona, sometimes I lose touch with what it was like before. And I think many of us can reflect that at a point in our life. You can see an old photo, maybe you're going through some old photos, and you see where you were 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago. To understand the type of thought forms that went through your mind at that point. To understand the belief system that you held at that point in your life. To understand the level of intelligence and integrity that you held at that point in your life. For me, I see more clearly now what my purpose is here on earth, and I see that the importance of sharing those experiences with you guys and my family out there, so that it may make your journey that much easier. Our job is to help one another. Our job is to lift each other up. Our job is to share our experiences with one another, to aid, so that your brother or your sister doesn't have to, be curious about a subject, can rather see a reflection of experience and go, okay, now I have some sort of understanding about what I'm getting into. I get many questions about the astral realm. I get many questions about OBEs. I get many questions on how to live a more healthy and fruitful life. So I think I should name this video, first and foremost, How to Manifest in a Very Effective Manner. And then I will go into more of the downloads that I received in Los Angeles and many of the frequencies which are affecting mass consciousness and the level and state which I witnessed while I was just recently in Los Angeles. How to manifest. How you guys doing out there? All right, all right. Okay, here we go. How to manifest. As I sit in my little golden pyramid. Okay. So, the key to manifestation, the key to visualizing what you want in life, is to visualize step by step how you accomplish this goal. I was thinking this morning as I woke up, how can I express this in a way that is easily understandable and that still has the power behind it to actually give that power to you to use in your own life? Well, every single powerful manifester out there, and this is what I wanted to express. This is something I learned about Merlin. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Merlin, one of the gnarliest shot caller wizards that ever has been, master manifester. And this is a little tale I can tell about Merlin. Okay? The reason why Merlin's power, or his incantations, or his manifestation ability was so powerful and strong is because he put not only all of his mind and body behind it, but his spirit, and most importantly, his emotional body. So when he manifested something, he was doing it out of an emotion along with what he wanted to create. So not just thinking, I really want this to happen. He would will things to happen with his will, with his knowingness, and with his emotions, with his heart wide open. I wish to manifest this. And he would put all of those combinations of energy and he'd weave that into his manifestation. So it's not a single point entry being, I want this, boom, single. He would go energy, mind, body, spirit, emotional body, and give that motivation or that manifestation true power. Okay, so Merlin's awesome out there, but I just wanted to tell you, his main thing was, you know, I wish to do this, I wish to create something, and I wish to create something that cannot be undone, for example. I have experienced personally that some of the places I visited, I was in China, I was at the up in the mountains of Wenzhou, and I had to go and grid a temple high in the mountains where there's a lot of kung fu masters buried. Okay, so as I entered into this space, I've never entered into like the greenest forest you can imagine, high in the mountains in China, and literally obviously my eyes are on, my third eye was on, but I noticed that the power held there, the spirit energy held there, was very, very, very prevalent. Okay, as I stepped into that space and I was doing my work, I began to understand why it takes certain types of beings with a certain type of understanding to open gateways, portals, doorways, because not only are you the doorman, you must also be able to control what comes in and out of that door. Many of us spiritual beings out there, light workers and light warriors, when you are engaging in things in the spirit realm, to understand, to practice, daily practice and understanding is necessary in doing some of these more advanced things. Because what you might not understand is when you open that door, you must be completely prepared to deal with what's on the other side. Okay? Just little tip of the day for you from Rion. Okay? So, back to the practical stuff with your manifestations. Say you wanted to manifest going on vacation. Say you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to get to this spiritual place. I don't have the money at this moment. How am I going to do it? Okay. First, visualize your target. Go to Google Maps, lock in on your target. Go ahead and print some pages out of exactly where you want to go. Level 1. Go ahead and stick that up on your wall. Okay. Some of those call that a visual board. Some they call it a picture wall. Visualize yourself in that place. Then go ahead and do a budget assessment. The flight costs this much. My food, transportation costs this much. Write yourself a budget. Okay. Then as you're sitting home, think about how many different ways can I motivate myself to manifest these funds that I need to get to this location. And sometimes pride comes into effect because running on faith alone isn't enough at times, because you must also put the action behind that faith. You must meet the universe halfway. Okay? And your action of what you're willing to do as a 3D vessel in the physical, in this incarnation, is a true testament to what you're capable of doing. And what you realize is the better you get at manifesting, all of a sudden you start breaking down your day in a much different way. You know, I need to do this for 2 hours, then this for 2 hours, make sure I take care of this business, and then go ahead and spend 2 hours working towards my goal of what I want to accomplish. You need to be more scheduled and regimented when you manifest things. Consistency. Work on your manifestation a little bit every single day. Okay? I'm sure this runs in parallel with many books you might have read on how to be successful or how to be an entrepreneur. The thing is that when you manifest your reality around you, to truly understand that your energy and your effort and your intelligence and your willpower, right, combined, create the perfect space in which anything is possible. The greater the manifester you become, the greater the connections that you have, the bonds that you have with your friends and family, but also using your own heart to govern your actions. You know, that's the way to manifest. So locking onto your goal, seeing yourself in that location, doing some more of the, I like to call it the R&D, research and development, right? Focus on where you're traveling to, the budget, okay? And then speaking to yourself in the universe, why is this so important for me to go here? You know, I call it getting the green light. You know, timing is everything. Okay, you know, having patience is everything. Understanding that when you get there, it'll be on your own divine time. Okay, so when you manifest something, this is something that I like to share with you too. The power of your will when you manifest something is something that you will grow into. When your soul wills something, so shall it be. So as your little vessel down here in 3D, when you want to manifest something, to understand that if you manifest with all that is you, you shall have it like this. The situation is that there is a lag time at times. You know, some of us who get really good at manifesting, you know, before, maybe a couple, 2 or 3 years ago, it would take me maybe, sometimes I really wanted to go someplace or take care of something, maybe 3 to 6 months. As I got better at manifesting, it turned into maybe a month. As I, you know, about, you know, as of recently, you know, a couple, 2 weeks, maybe a week. And then as you really get on your manifestation, what you're truly showing to the universe is, I'm ready to be of service right now. I'm ready to be on full power, full service. I'm ready to engage something else that I am capable of. And then your manifestation becomes almost seamless within hours. Okay? It's all about your signal strength. It's all about how much you will something to happen. Now, with willing stuff to happen, let's talk about this. Because there are different sides to manifesting, okay? On the night side, let's break this down real simple. Night side manifestation is as follows. I'm going to manifest getting higher wages for myself by, you know, cutting the rug out from under my competition. I'm going to cut corners when I can. I'm going to step and walk over all of my fellow employees to get that job that I want. I am going to manifest more wealth for myself by taking from others. Night, side, night, self. Keep it real simple. Okay? Instant gratification is also on the night side. Okay? And the yang energy is also on the night side. Let me explain the difference between waiting for something to happen and develop naturally, or manifesting something instantly. I want that right now. Okay, when you manifest with your night self, this is what happens. There are strings attached to that manifestation. Okay? I want this right now. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there. Well, guess what? There are certain things that you will find that you will have to deal with later or on the way to that manifestation that deal with more of the negative vibration of frequency of what that realm or what that manifestation is. Okay? You've all heard the tale, oh, that person sold their soul, or that person did a deal. Well, here's the deal. Okay? If you manifest for that instant gratification, do not take your time and consistency to develop your own power and your own creative abilities, yeah, you're probably going to lean on something that can deliver that for you. But to be completely clear, do not make deals with beings or things or situations which you do not fully understand. Most human beings down here on the surface of the planet, spiritually, are children. Okay? Understand this. Many of you already do. Moving on. Now, on the light side, this is what I get all the time. Patience, bro. We're working on it. I'm like, come on, man. They're like, things are going to go with the flow. Just let them develop naturally, right? But no strings attached. Heart space. I want it, I get it. Yeah. Heart space. Okay? And heart space, or that abundance side, right? Light creates light. Okay? So the more abundance you create, the more abundance comes back to you. The more you help people, the more that aid comes to you. Okay? The situation is that, especially when you're waking up, most of us have only known how to manifest on the night side. Okay? Through our upbringing, through our teaching, whatever that is, you know, don't get caught up so much in the story. If it feels good in your heart, you're good to go. If you make a decision and it kind of turns your tummy a little bit, you might want to cross-check what you're really doing and if that is of the highest integrity. Now, I understand that in life there's many hard decisions. I understand in business you got to do what you got to do, but I'm here to express to you from my heart that true creator beings can create whatever they want on any day at any time they wish to do that. They can upgrade, manifest, and honestly raise the entire frequency field of any planet they step on. We are on Earth. You can just simply create the new. Do not try to remake the old VCR, which no one wants to use anymore. Work on the new. Work on the new medium, right? Always go for the new, okay? And that's how you beat it. That's how you go right around everyone in line. You just go, here's everyone in the corporate world. Here you are as the creator. You go, hey, that's fantastic. I think I'm going to go right around you and get to what I want without having to make a deal, right? Moving on. So, here's the deal too when you guys are working for people that are kind of shady. They made a deal. You're supporting the deal that they made by supporting that individual. You fall right under the pyramid scheme guise of that deal that was made. Sorry to burst your bubble. That's where you are. Okay? So, I'm not saying you're getting the same type of karmic reflection in that moment. But what I'm trying to say is the more consciously aware you are, the more you're like, you know what, I don't think this job may be for me. I think I want to go with this nonprofit or this eco-friendly company and use my skill set to expand that, not to maintain this. Okay? That is a question and a deal that you will have to figure out for yourself. All I can say is that the gifts and bounty of heaven are yours. The situation is, can you see it and can you seize it? There are starseeds on the planet right now and awakened beings that can pull down a download that can change the whole planet like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. The new. The new. Out of the box. Out of the box. Out of the box. We are pulling down 4th and 5th dimensional constructs into 3D. For example, you're an architect. Let me give you an example of how this works. If you could remember your dreams, right? And you could remember when you're in 4D at night, and before you come back down into your body, say you're an architect, okay? All you would have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is take a look at what the buildings look like in the 4th dimension, wake up as an architect in 3D, and sketch them down. Or if you're more frequency aware, 5th dimensional buildings, constructs, technology. Go ahead, view it in dream time. When you wake up in the morning, process, download it, wake up, write it down in a journal. There is no one here in 3D that can out-create you if you were on. Just want to be completely clear. Okay? No one that can touch you. Moving on. So, this is the type of the new and the frequencies that are now available on Earth. Okay. So, when I want to get a fresh idea, I go outside and meditate. When I see how, what this invention would be to aid people, right? You research it, you really get into it. And like when you find your passion for helping people, and like I say, you can help people and be very successful. Okay, it doesn't have to be, a situation where, you're struggling. Just take the time and consistency to manifest, right, what you really want and work on it a little bite at a time. Okay, now back to Los Angeles. Here we go. I hope that helps. Merlin be praised. Okay. So, when I was in LA, I definitely noticed that the frequency is much higher. I noticed that most of the stuff people were going through was more bloodline driven. A lot of emotional stuff of people clearing up their pasts. A lot of people kind of understanding and being more aware of maybe where some of their habits come from, some of their mannerisms, some of their thought forms. Okay? What I truly felt was like people are beginning to understand the difference between themselves and what is being projected upon them. People are starting to begin to wake up to what are your thoughts and what is your mommy and daddy's programming and what their mommy and daddy's programming was. Okay. I also noticed a lot of beings waking up to being in that blissful state, being in that happy place, understanding that in that blissful and happy place is where you are the most abundant and the most creative. When you are in bliss, when you are relaxed, when you are creating effortlessly, that is when you are most effective as a human being. It is not when you are in survival mode. It is not when you are in judgment mode. It is not when you are resentful or revengeful or Debbie Downer, as I like to call it. We're having a Debbie Downer day. We're going to go ahead and turn that frown upside down, right? Get to the gym, get out in the sun. It's going to be okay. So, I did notice a lot of that. Me personally, obviously when I went through Vegas, that was kind of funny. Much better than the last time I visited there. To understand that and what you guys might feel. I'll explain to you why some of us are not allowed to gamble. Maybe you do or do not know this. Yes, I can walk through a casino and see which of the machines is going to hit. Why I'm not allowed to do it? When I walk through there, right, I'm like, yo, I got a quarter. I'm going to make some cheese, right? I'm going through. My highest self came down. I see this huge ass, imagine like the hand of like, I don't know what version you'd want to, a very large arm in a hand came down and he hit my hand like this and he goes, I look at him, he goes like this, hey, don't do it, I'm serious. And I was like, all right, I'm just kidding, man, I could just put that in there, right? Here's the deal why some of us light workers can't gamble. Let's keep it real simple. Have you guys ever walked into a casino and seen all those people just putting quarters mindlessly in machines? Like a drone or like a zombie? Here's my life savings. Here's my bonus I got from my work. Here's what I do for entertainment. Ding, 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 ding. It almost puts you in a hypnotized. Basically, the entire population on that lower frequency is like being hypnotized. You're kind of like a rat in a cage who keeps hitting the button for a drug. It's that low vibration, okay? So, when you walk into a casino and why some of us can't gamble, right, light workers can't gamble, is because we're not supposed to feed or take that type of energy from others. We're all about energy. We're all about frequency, okay? We're not supposed to engage in something, even though we could take that money and do great things with it, okay? The issue for me, at least, you may be different, but for me, it was like you want no part of that energy of where those funds or where that money came from. Broken dreams, broken homes, and just a lot of poor choices, right? So, I much prefer to go to the gym, work out, maybe hit the spa, hit the buffet, I don't know, go see an awesome show, hang out with friends and loved ones. That's more what I'm into. Okay, so you can go to Vegas and have fun, stay away from the gambling if you're a light worker, and if you are going to play on the other side, in the duality game, mind you, to be aware of kind of what you're participating in, and, you know, you may be that big winner, but to understand that a lot of people around you may not be. So kind of use some integrity there if that's what you want to do with your free will. Okay, moving on. Okay, so little heads up for out there. I want to do it, but why doesn't it work? You think I can guess numbers? I mean, black, red, 22, black, red, all day. But no, we don't do that. Okay, moving on. The main thing to remember, especially as you're waking up, is you're going to need to find time to get away by yourself, get in your own thought forms, away from sometimes boyfriend, girlfriends, mommy, daddy, the boss, the work, the kids, whatever it may be. Maybe take the kids. What I'm trying to get to is every human being, every person should have the ability to go out into nature or go to the beach by themselves and get centered. Find that time and that space to go off by yourself into nature and ask yourself, what do I really want to manifest right now? What should I do about this big decision? What are my plans? What are my goals? Where would I like to go? If I told some of my friends, you know, that live in LA, you know, I was like, hey, you know, if you didn't go out to the bars every weekend, you know, in like literally 2 weeks, you'd have enough money to hop on a plane and go to Hawaii and surf for 5 days. Or, you know, if you cooked for yourself one night, right? You know, or a couple nights in a row, not spend money every single night on going out to eat, you might have those extra funds needed, right, to do what you wanted to do or to make that payment or whatever that might be. The issue is that using your logical mind with your integrity and your heart of what you truly wish to do, it's the combo. Not one, this one, or that one. Just like when you manifest things, it's multiple things lining up. And then, boom, execute the program, execute the task at hand, you know. That is how you manifest. And for all those spiritual shot callers out there, the emotional twist, the emotional compression, the emotional, I do this out of love and I want to help you, but to do it in a manner that is like, you basically blow through the shrouds or the darkness, right? You can actually blow through some of that debris and transmute, right? When you're transmuting other people, go for that purple indigo flame. That's the go-to, okay? Do not hit people with that red flame or anything in the red zone. That is the root level. You definitely want to use that pink, that indigo, to transmute the field, right? And as you send that energy out, send that from your heart and do that out of love, for we all are one. My name is Rion. Oh yeah, I was supposed to tell you. My new TV show with Giselle is up on iVolve TV. I'll put the link at the bottom of this video. And if you guys check out teamlight.com or unitethecollective.com, I have the links there. You just double click on it. And I also like to tell you guys that if you guys do have a Roku player, we are Sedona Free TV. So you can go to sedonafreetv.com and you can watch all the content there. Or if you have a Roku player, just type in Sedona and boom, all those videos, instructional, and movies are there for free for you. Alrighty, much love to you, and I'll see y'all very soon. Blessings.